Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going deep on XRP. All this talk about a potential XRP ETF.
Yeah.
We got a ton of interesting stuff to dig into, recent articles, analyses, you name it, and they all kind of lead back to the same question. Is an XRP ETF actually going to happen?
Well, and what's interesting is Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, he's been super optimistic lately, even with that SEC lawsuit still going on.
Yeah, that's definitely got
Yeah.
people talking.
Oh, yeah.
So before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
can you maybe give us the rundown on that SEC case? Like, why is it such a big deal for the whole ETF thing?
Sure. Basically, the SEC is saying that Ripple was selling XRP as unregistered securities.
Okay.
And that has huge consequences. Because if XRP is a security, well, then it falls under a whole different set of regulations.
I see.
Makes an ETF way harder to pull off.
So it's kind of a make it or break it for XRP's future.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I know there have been some court rulings recently that have Ripple feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the latest there?
Things have definitely been swinging in Ripple's favor. One of the biggest wins was a judge ruling that XRP sales to retail investors. So, everyday people buying on exchanges,
Right.
those don't count as securities, which was a huge blow to the SEC's case.
So that must be a big part of why Garlinghouse is feeling so confident?
Exactly. It's created a ton of momentum for Ripple. Plus, the SEC recently approved those Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs,
Right.
which shows that regulators are becoming more open to crypto. This all feeds into the idea that an XRP ETF could be next.
It's all kind of pointing in that direction, it seems.
Yeah.
But before we jump into the potential impact of an XRP ETF, let's take a step back and look at where XRP stands right now. Even with all these legal battles, it's still a pretty major player in the crypto market, right?
Oh, absolutely. Despite the price drop from its all-time high, XRP is still the 7th largest cryptocurrency by market cap.
Wow.
So if you took the price of a single XRP and multiplied it by the total number out there,
Yeah.
it'd be the 7th biggest in the entire crypto world.
And just for anyone who needs a quick reminder, market capitalization is basically a way to measure the overall value of a cryptocurrency.
Right.
So not too shabby for XRP, even though it's trading around 51 cents right now,
Mm-hmm.
which is way lower than its peak of 3.40 back in early 2018.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is where the whole ETF thing gets really interesting.
Yeah.
So let's dive into that. Why is everyone so excited about the prospect of an XRP ETF?
Mm-hmm.
What could it actually mean for XRP and, the broader crypto market?
Well, for one thing, an ETF would make investing in XRP a whole lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Right now, if you want to buy XRP, you usually got to go through a crypto exchange,
Right.
which can be kind of intimidating for people who are new to crypto.
Yeah, you've got different platforms and wallets and verification processes.
Exactly. It's a whole thing.
It is.
But an ETF would simplify all that.
Okay.
It basically lets people buy shares of XRP through their regular brokerage accounts,
Mm.
just like they would with stocks. So it opens the door to way more investors, including big institutional investors who might not be allowed to buy crypto directly.
So it's kind of like taking something that felt kind of niche and putting it right out there on Main Street.
Exactly. And that increased accessibility could really boost demand and potentially drive the price of XRP up.
Okay.
But it's not just about price speculation.
Right.
An ETF also brings legitimacy and regulatory oversight,
Okay.
which could attract even more investors.
It's like a stamp of approval from the traditional financial world.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And that increased investment would be huge for Ripple, too.
How so?
More money coming in means more resources for them to develop their technology, expand partnerships, and really solidify their position in global payments.
So it's not just about individuals making money.
Right.
It could really fuel Ripple's growth and innovation.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And speaking of growth,
Okay.
let's talk about the broader crypto market.
Okay.
One of the most exciting things about a potential XRP ETF is the ripple effect it could have on the entire crypto ecosystem.
Okay, I'm all ears. What kind of ripple effect are we talking about?
Well, think of it this way.
Yeah.
An XRP ETF approval would basically tell the world that regulators are getting more comfortable with cryptocurrencies.
Interesting.
It could pave the way for other altcoin ETFs
Ah,
and create a more diverse and robust crypto investment landscape.
so it could be like a domino effect.
Right.
Opening up more opportunities for other cryptocurrencies to kind of go mainstream.
Exactly. And that's not all.
Oh, wow.
It could also boost the development of all kinds of crypto-related infrastructure and services.
Okay.
We could see more banks and financial institutions integrating crypto into what they do,
Yeah.
potentially leading to faster, cheaper, and more transparent financial transactions for everyone.
It's like we're watching a whole new financial system being born.
Yeah,
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
it really is. And while there are definitely challenges and potential risks with this transition,
Yeah.
the potential rewards are enormous. We're talking about a more inclusive, efficient, and accessible financial system
Wow.
powered by blockchain technology.
That's a pretty compelling vision.
Yeah.
But I know you always like to look at both sides of the coin here.
Right.
Are there any potential downsides or risks with an XRP ETF that we should be aware of?
Of course.
Hmm.
While the potential benefits are definitely significant,
Yeah.
it's important to acknowledge the risks, too.
Right.
For example, one concern is the concentration of ownership.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, if a few large institutions end up owning most of the XRP ETF shares,
Yeah.
they could have too much control over the market.
So it's kind of double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You want to make it accessible to institutional investors,
Yeah.
but you don't want them to have too much power.
Right. It's a delicate balance.
Yeah.
And there's also the issue of regulatory uncertainty.
Oh, right.
The recent rulings have been good for Ripple,
Yeah.
but the SEC case isn't over yet.
Sure.
The regulatory landscape could change, and that could definitely impact the future of an XRP ETF.
So it's not a guaranteed slam dunk.
Yeah.
There's still a lot that could happen.
Exactly. And then, of course, there's the fact that the crypto market is inherently volatile.
Yeah, that's true.
Even with an ETF, the price of XRP could go up and down a lot.
Right.
Investors need to understand that crypto is still a relatively young and unpredictable asset class.
So it's like any investment.
Yeah.
Do your research, understand the risks, and don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Absolutely. Diversification is key.
Okay.
But even with the risks,
Yeah.
the potential rewards of a more inclusive and efficient financial system powered by blockchain technology are really exciting.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here. The potential benefits, the risks, the wider implications of an XRP ETF.
Yeah.
I think it's time to zoom out and think about the bigger picture here.
Okay.
What does all this mean for the future of money itself?
Yeah.
Are we really seeing a paradigm shift happening?
Hmm.
It's a really interesting question. We're seeing digital assets like shaking up the traditional financial system. They're offering these new ways to move money across borders and store value, and they could even change how we think about things like governance.
Yeah, it does feel like we're right on the edge of a huge change, almost like back in the early days of the internet when people were just starting to get their heads around what it could do.
Yeah, I think that's a great comparison. And just like with the internet, crypto's probably going to have its fair share of growing pains along the way.
Right.
But that's all part of the process, right? Innovation shakes things up, it disrupts the status quo, and that can be uncomfortable sometimes, even a little messy.
Yeah, it definitely feels like uncharted territory.
Hmm.
But what's so cool about all this is that it's not just about the technology, it's about people. It's about how we interact with money and how we build trust and how we shape the future of our financial systems. Exactly. And this whole XRP ETF thing is a perfect example of how all these different forces are coming together. It's not just about one cryptocurrency or one company. It's a sign that crypto is becoming more and more connected to traditional finance.
So for our listeners today, what do you think is the most important thing to take away from all of this? What should they be paying attention to as this story develops?
I'd say the key takeaway is that we're in a period of really fast change. The financial world is transforming, and whether you're a seasoned investor or just curious about crypto, it's worth keeping up with what's happening.
So even if you're not running out to buy XRP right this second, this is a trend that's worth understanding.
Definitely. The potential approval of an XRP ETF could be a really pivotal moment, like a signal that the mainstream is starting to accept and integrate digital assets.
Really well said. And on that note, we'll leave you all to think about the possibilities. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of XRP and the potential for an XRP ETF. Until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.